American food is black food. This past December, I went down to North Carolina to learn from a group of folks who have been practicing hog raising and butchery since emancipation. I learned so much. Let me show you. All right, y'all. Yeah. Hey folks, welcome back to my epic adventure of learning how to butcher an entire pig in North Carolina. If you haven't watched the first episode, you're definitely going to want to go back and check out how this process started. What I want to do in this second episode, how I learned how to break down the animal, and then what I ended up doing with all of that pork. So let's pick things up Saturday evening in Mr. Johnny's garage as he teaches me how to break down an entire pig. It was this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think for each half? How much does it weigh? You think?
With the guts out?
Yeah.
Probably about 250 each.
250 each half?
Come on. Come on. What do you think?
Mine.
What we're gonna do? You sit here and pull all this out.
Uh-huh.
Grab it, pull it out. All that's gonna come with you. Reach in there and pull it. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it.
Uh-huh.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. You get a knife off the truck. So you want this one to be 10 along.
Uh-huh.
So boy, you bought it well.
Yeah. I have to cancel that flight and just drive it back. I mean, I think that might be just the better way to do things. Hey folks, I just wanted to take a break and let you know that one of the best ways to get the most out of the content on this channel is to subscribe to my newsletter. Every Sunday, I give you more depth and insight into the topics I cover on Out There JCH, including thoughts and perspectives that I don't really share on this platform. The newsletter is free to sign up, and as an incentive to becoming a subscriber, I'm offering a free wild food resource guide that will help make you a more capable harvester and home cook. Just click the link in the description to sign up. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
I ain't gonna get trained. I'm gonna watch them. Like this. Somebody might still feel warm to you.
Oh yeah, especially right here.
Yeah, that's why I won't let him cut mine up. This is sweet meat right here. Well, this is really your tenderloin right
here. This is a backstrap, right?
Yeah. Set out there where that woman did in there.
Ooh, yeah.
While that my shit cool off.
Yeah. Where should I put that?
Huh?
Where should I put that?
You can throw it on that thing here, take it. Even already closed. Who? Yeah, you get out here with my moving clothes.
Yeah. Ooh, all that fat. Oh yeah. Okay.
Move that shoulder. Move that leg.
This way?
Just wait. Back and forth. Okay, see right there?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
You come right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Can't see them call me 5 times. I want to go right here when I go in the house. You think me crazy though?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, when you get home with Johnny, where the hell you need some food?
Nah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Straight across. Okay. Ah, there we go.
Can you see your tits?
Yeah.
Okay. This your belly.
Uh-huh.
Right there.
Okay.
Come straight down through there. Don't cut it all the way through the other side now. Because that's your millet. That's your bacon.
Right, okay. So all the way through just this side right here? Okay. All right.
There you go. Let me show him how to do it, Pop. He green. He green, Pop. Let me show him how to do it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hold that piece here. Huh? Yeah, okay. We know we got that.
Okay, I see.
Straight down.
All the way down like that. Okay. And this is bacon.
Yeah.
And this is belly. Huh.
This is your bacon.
This is bacon.
This is your fat back.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
Straight down. You gonna see it. There you go. Yeah. You ain't never cut my TV again. You did laugh at me.
Okay. So belly.
If it was cold,
Uh-huh.
that might slide right through.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it's your fat bag.
Yes.
See, when it get cold, it'll turn like that piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was much easier.
It never ceases to amaze me how simple we are as animals and how easily we come apart when we know where to cut and how to break things down.
Is that over there on this table?
Bacon, 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 bacon. Belly. Belly, bacon.
You can just lie about you. Sit in the room out there.
And fat back. Okay.
Stop that over here. All you're gonna do is cut them square.
Mm-hmm.
Square there. You see this here? You cut that off right there. That's a flat bone right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have as much on there as you want to. But you can take it to the flat bone.
Uh-huh.
Now this comes off right here.
Butchering whole animals always felt like some mystery black box that I didn't really know how to approach. But in actuality, it's relatively simple. You just need a good teacher and some time.
Try that?
Yeah.
Now that ain't gonna be square.
Yeah.
It's gonna be round. They ain't gotta look like a ham.
Right.
Pop them used it back in the day. And we didn't make it look like a ham.
Oh.
They smack you in the back of that little cup in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing to watch someone take a whole living animal and turn it into something that you recognize from the grocery store. But that's exactly what Mr. Johnny is doing right here with this ham.
So when you put the salt around there.
Mm.
We're gonna eat all that up.
Mm.
Okay. You can use your sawzall, or you can find the joint. What you want to do?
I'll do the joint.
You want to do the joint?
Yeah.
It'll do it too now.
Yeah.
1 hour later.
Mm.
Like I said, you take this and have to look.
Mm.
Okay, then you're gonna fill all that up with salt.
Mm. Okay.
Roll it back on. Send it over there.
You done ripped him up for everything.
So the second half of the pig breakdown went a lot more smoothly. There were more folks helping, and I had seen it done before. But what I want you to pay attention to in this sequence is how many different people are involved in this process. This event is a community event. There are multiple generations, multiple different skill levels, and everyone is working together to produce food. Now, later on in the day, you'll see that there are different races of people who show up and exchange knowledge and stories. And it was just one of the things that stood out to me as being really special about this process and about how food and whole food and the process of breaking it down just brings people together.
On scale, what's it saying now? I can't see it.
Yeah, it's 165, so that's 40 pounds.
Yeah.
The next time I'm down in North Carolina for this event to bring back a pig, I'm definitely going to do a few things differently. The first of which will be to allow myself more time to package up the pork once it's broken down into its parts. I struggled a lot, as you'll see later on in this video, with knowing exactly what parts I had and getting them packaged in a way that made it easier for me to make the transition from traveling on the road to my freezer.
Maybe. All right, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate. Yes, indeed. All right. So back home in Michigan, half the pig is here with me, and the other half is still in Maryland with various family members that are there. I stayed up all night the night before, charging the vehicle and then figuring out the weight for the suitcases and cooler that I was taking with me. Long story short, don't fly with this stuff. It would have been better, and the original plan was for me to just drive back, renting a truck and drive back. And I probably should have done that, because what's going to happen is I'm going to end up having to go back to Maryland and pick everything up. So it was a good experience to figure out how to fly with half a pig. And certainly it's safer to fly than it is to drive. But from a cost perspective, it would have been better for me to just drive back. So anyway, it's been a great experience, really awesome, reestablishing connections with the folks down in North Carolina, learning more about the process, and then certainly like talking to family and learning all of those amazing things about them and their lives, and spending time with my dad. Just was like overall a really awesome trip. But yeah, next time I will be driving. So I've got a ham, a shoulder, I think all of the tenderloin, and a bunch of pork belly, bacon, and fatback that I brought back with me. So I think I need to break those things down. But I think what I'm going to do, because the tenderloin I've got to process a little bit, but I think everything else I'm just going to throw in the freezer, simply because I need to get this meat cold. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And then washing out coolers, which need to be washed out. So yeah, that's the process. I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night and didn't wake up until 6 o'clock this morning. So got caught up on sleep. But yeah, more work to do. I ordered some new knives. I'm kicking myself because I should have had a stainless steel table. Should have bought that a long time ago. So that won't get here until 2 days before the Christmas holiday. So in about 10 or 13 days, no, sorry, more than that, in about 2 weeks. And the knives won't get here until next week. So I bought another boning knife and I bought a breaking knife, which is kind of like a scimitar, a 10-inch breaking knife, but that's gonna be really helpful for me for cleaning off the skin of the pig and saving the skin to make cracklins. So got a bit more work to do today. I'll bring the things in here to like show you what they look like, clean them up a little bit. I need to get paper towels. But right now I've got the garage door open so that I can cool the meat down a little bit more. It's a nice temperature outside. It's only gonna get up to 45 today, but I wanna get that tenderloin broken down, vacuum sealed, and in the freezer, and just sort of evaluate the other cuts that I have. That was one thing that again, being able to drive would allow me more time to really kind of like break down these cuts into the pieces that I would want so that it'll be easier to transport. One of the things that was a little bit challenging about this trip was the fact that I had to pack everything up really quickly because we had to get back, and that had to do also with the fact that I was flying. So that was a little less than ideal. But yeah, I learned a lot. I'll be going over, lessons and things that I learned on this trip in a future episode. And I don't know that I'll be doing this again next year, but it might be like every other year that I go down, but we'll see. But yeah, definitely going to go back. This won't be the last time I do it. And next time will be even better. So yeah, that's what's going on. All right.
Okay. So we're back home and we've got some of the pig out. And I just wanted to go over what I have and then figure out what I'm going to do with these different cuts of pork. So I've got the 2 limbs here. This ham is about 44 pounds or about 40 pounds. This front shoulder is about 30 pounds. And in here, I've got a bunch of slabs of things. I've got, I think, a back fat slab, a bacon slab, and maybe a belly slab. And then in some of the other stuff that's off camera right now, I've got a tenderloin cut, maybe another back fat, and some random other pieces that I have to put away. It is a Tuesday, so this pig was killed and butchered killed and halved on Saturday afternoon. It was sat out Saturday night into Sunday. We transported it Sunday, and then I transported it Monday. So it's been a couple of days. It stayed mostly cool. I am a little bit concerned about how long this meat has not been in the fridge, but the transport from North Carolina to Maryland and then from Maryland to Michigan, the meat stayed pretty cold. So we'll just have to wait and see. The other thing is, like, human beings have been leaving their meat out in relatively cool temperature for a long period of time, and it hasn't really impacted things. Also, this is pasture-raised pork. It was well taken care of, and so some of the worries that you might have about these sorts of things in terms of meat spoilage, I don't think are as big a concern, but I don't want to take any more time to put them away. So what I'm going to do first is clean off this a little bit and then get these slabs out and just see what I have, because I don't really know. And I mentioned before that one of the regrets that I had about the way that this trip played out was that I didn't really know what cuts I had. And so I think if I were to do this, or when I do this again, I'm going to take a little bit more time to plan out exactly what's going on. So I need to wash this meat off because it even still has some of the dirt and grime from the butchering that's there. So, got a lot of work to do. So this is pork belly. So I wouldn't turn this into bacon. This is pork belly. And I think there's probably a second belly in here. Let's see. Or is this tenderloin? This is pork tenderloin. And this is, so there's more of those spots in the skin. This is
just pork fat back. Lovely, lovely fat back that's there. And this is tenderloin. Oof. Bloody, bloody mess. Okay, so I've got 2 bits of tenderloin, pork tenderloin, and 1 fat back slab. I'm kind of upset that I didn't bring the other slab home with me. So 2 big slabs of bacon, pork belly, fat back, 1 of the a whole tenderloin, or really it's the back strap, but we call it pork tenderloin, and then a miscellaneous bag of things over there. So a pretty good haul, but I've got a lot of work to do in terms of cleaning all of this stuff up and getting it prepared. And really the first thing is to get some of these smaller cuts washed and broken down so that I could put them away. And then these big slabs here, I want to get those frozen. And I think I may just toss them in the freezer right now, just so that I can get them frozen and be done with that. Yeah. All right. So I'll get to work. Hey folks, I just wanted to pop in to let you know that I'm not going to show you everything that I've done with the pig and breaking it down. The episode is just going to be too long. I'm in the studio right now editing the video that you're watching, and we're already at 32 minutes. Rather than show you all of the details of breaking down the different parts of the pig, what I'm going to do is come back to those parts in individual episodes that focus on a particular cut of pork. So for right now, we're going to move to how I use the pork loin in making a really delicious stir fry. I want to respect your time because this editing process has taken a long time. Alrighty, let's get to it. So let me go ahead and cut up this pork and get that ready for dinner tonight. And it'll be about time to go pick up the kids. But I'll make like a sauce like I normally do and kind of cook that up, and we'll just have stir fry for dinner. It'll be easy, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got some extra ginger and garlic mix here, which will go nicely. So what I'm going to do is just cut up this tenderloin, or this loin, not tenderloin. I'm going to cut up this loin and get it seasoned for stir fry. And the trick is always in these nights where kids have basketball is to like prep food so that things are done. So yeah, so we're going to go with some dark soy sauce, one of my favorites. Thanks for the recommendation, John Kung, one of my favorite people to follow in terms of recipes and everything like that. Going to keep the fat on and just sharpen these knives so they are really sharp and beautiful. So we'll get this pork cut crosswise and seasoned. So nice and thin. It'll be a really good texture and taste. Some Jiaoxing wine. And dark soy sauce. And we'll do the spoon here and just kind of mix this up. Yeah, I'm just going to do stir fry because it's easy. And we can do bibimbap another time. So it's going to be a bit of a late night for them. But this will be a nice meal. Good veggies for them to have. And like I mentioned, there's leftovers as well. So, you know, it'll be a way to eat the leftovers and have a little something new, you know. And that away. The last thing that we need to do is make it a sauce. And that's really straightforward. A couple of key ingredients. I like to do like 4 tablespoons of soy sauce and 4 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and then like 14 tablespoons of water and a little bit of cornstarch. I'm just looking for the oyster sauce here. Right, there it is, and running kind of low. So, you know, that means trip to one of my favorite places, but I need to go to the Asian grocery store. Darn. Whatever will I do? Such a hard place to be. Ha! Being sarcastic, of course. So it's about a 3-to-1 ratio. I like to go a little bit more than that, simply because I don't want things to be too salty. So I had 4 tablespoons of each sauce. So I think what I'll do is do 16 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, done. How we're doing on time? Doing pretty good on time. So this isn't going to take long to cook, which is nice. And I'll do that before the kids, or before we go, or maybe after, I don't know. Okay, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And what this does is just thicken everything up when you put it in the pan, and that's all you need. You don't need to add anything else. So you just want to mix this up here. And it should look like kind of like chocolate milk, in that it's kind of cloudy. That's how you know it has enough seasoning in there. And oh, I'm so excited because we got new cutlery, and I'm going to use our newest spoon to taste the sauce. Here we go. That's good. Yeah. Perfectly seasoned. Good to go. And this lovely new spoon. Yeah. So essentially dinner is assembled. And, you know, it's good to go. Getting things done. Feels good to be back in the kitchen after a long journey. Yeah, and we'll just keep making delicious food. So that's what we do. Know what I mean? I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so this is only the beginning of what I have in store to show you what I'm going to do with all of this pig. We're talking rendering lard. We're talking making bacon. We're talking making sausage, making deer sausage with the pork fat, with the fat back, making hog head cheese. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do once you get your hands on a whole pig. And I'm going to bring all of those things to you in subsequent episodes. I have to give huge, incredible thanks to Mr. Johnny, to Caitlin, and all of the people down in North Carolina who were willing to let me learn and participate and film this entire process. It's hard to overstate how important it is to build community in this way around food and to learn about the traditions that people have been carrying on for generations after generations. One interesting thing that I learned during this trip was that I had members in my family who grew up doing the same hog butchery process. In fact, my dad had cousins who lived in northern Florida who would do the exact same things that he and I experienced in North Carolina. And in fact, we talked to one of those cousins on our way back.
And so this is part of the reason why I started this channel and why I've started this food journey, learning about how to acquire, process, and cook the things that sustain us. There's just so much wrapped into it, so much about culture, about family, about survival, about resistance to oppression that we can learn through the process of whole foods and wild foods. And so I hope for you, like it's been for me, this is just the beginning of a fantastic adventure of learning and deliciousness. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 of this adventure, then you need to go back and watch that. And if you have, YouTube is going to recommend a video, another one of your videos of mine here. So you're going to want to check that out. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on